All right, so there's a few announcements before I do this. The first one, of course, is the training event is coming up this Saturday. You can tune in remotely or come physically and have a day of hacking training from in Porcello. So feel free to come to that if you like, and it is worth extra credit in this class. And I found out what I'm teaching next semester. Now, when you're a part-timer like I am, you have to understand you are disposable and of no importance. So it's like you're the small dog. The big dogs take what they want and you get what's left. So I'm not teaching the course I expected to teach next semester. I was told a month ago I'd be teaching assembly language, but what they told me a couple days ago is I'm teaching the course before this one. So people who were planning to take me next semester from this class will not be able to do that because I'm teaching the one before this apparently, unless it changes again. But this is what I've been told. When I look on the website listing courses though, it's some other teacher on this, so I wonder if something is still wrong. So anyway, that's the latest information. I guess nothing is final until I see it in the real list. I know how this goes. I've been on the other side of it. When you're a part-timer, they don't really tell you much of anything. And what happens is the full-timers move things around and people get sick and people trade things and you sort of have to wait for them to all finish that before you find out what's left for you. Anyway, so I mentioned that in case anybody was planning to take assembly language from me next semester. I don't think I'll be able to do that, but we'll see. Anyway, so let's, the projects I wanted to show you today are a couple more machine learning projects, 128 and 129. Let me just check for comments in the Twitch. Okay, nothing new, all right. So 128 is here, all right, and 129 is here. So we'll start with 128. This is using anything LLM. This is an amazing product. LM Studio is too. So I think I've got it installed here. Let me see if it's going to run. It should be on Studio. There it is. You download this thing called LM Studio. This is the real nice modern way to run a local machine learning model without having to use the command line or anything. LM Studio is here. I'm not going to update it. Now, here it's got Mistral, which is a French one. You can choose any of a wide variety of models. All right, let's get this thing. So I download this thing, and what I'm going to do is use Llama 3, which was trained on data up to March 2023. That is a Facebook's model. So on the right side in the Llama 3, here we are, Llama 3, 8B Instruct. This is 3.1, but I should already have Llama 3 downloaded, and I do, here it is. So this is already downloaded. So I should be able to just use it, although I'm not quite sure how I do it. Do I, all right, let's see. It's supposed to be easy to use these things. Does this do it? These buttons do anything? Small and fast, 7B, maybe this. Nope. Ah, okay, Llama B Instruct. How do I choose it? I'm actually more comfortable with the command line than these kind of things. There's got to be some way to tell it to use this one. Clear results. Let's try Llama. Go. Okay, Llama 3. Go. Llama 3B Instruct. Okay, there it is. Open model card in browser. No, that's not what I want. I'd like to somehow use it, but I'm not having any luck figuring out how to do that. That's the problem with tools that are supposed to be easy to use. I can't figure out how to use them. I know how to do it when you're first installing it, which is what my instructions show you. Once you've actually installed it and downloaded it, I am not having any luck understanding how to choose it. I should search for a model, yes, and then how do I use it? Here's home, all right. Search and download models, AI chat, multi-model. I've got it downloaded, so how do I use it? Everything here is not clickable. There's no go button or anything. Well, I hate people that make easy to use products. I can never figure out how to use them. Drag and drop this up there? Well, I'll talk about it. And this is pretty stupid. What does Llama? No, these aren't clickable either. So how do you do anything? What does Go do? It gets me accurate. All right. Well, if I take it off the machine and reinstall it, I'd be able to actually get the model I want. And if I Google for the instructions, I'm sure I'll find out what the easy process I'm supposed to see here, which I can't see is. But anyway, the point is, once you get it going, this LM Studio lets you run a model, and you can ask questions in the chat. So what I'll do is I'll just close it, and I'll use whatever model is default here. Somehow before, I figured out how to switch it to Mistral. So within the last month or two, I actually figured out how to change the model. Clear results. Supports any llama. Okay. Search and download compatible model files. Chat. Let's try this. Okay, so I'm chatting with something. All right, good. Reload. Oh, it is. So somehow it's already using it. Good, here's my thing. All right, so reload the model to continue. And how do you do that? There is no reload button or anything. Man, there's preset. What does this do? Open preset folder. Import preset from file. They tell me to reload it, but there is no way to reload it. Boy, I hate these kind of things. All right, I may not be able to demonstrate anything live today because I cannot operate this thing. Llama 3, reload. There's no reload button or anything. Can I ask a question? Help. How do I reload the model? That would be nice. Let's see if I'm actually talking to an AI. Model not loaded. Select a model from the drop-down to be able to send messages. Okay, where's the drop-down? This is not the drop-down. Select a model. Ah. Okay, Metal Llama 3. Okay. Oh, good. All right. I have defeated this thing, I think. That was supposed to be obvious and easy. It's me. I can't solve those problems with two bent nails put together either. These geometrical things are difficult for me. That might be easier for other people. Anyway, right now I should be able to ask something, okay, like, why is the sky blue? Didn't spell it very well, but is it doing something? It is doing something, all right? Anyway, supposedly it's running an LM and it should be answering faster than this, but anyway, that's LM Studio. You can load large language models locally and run them with a GUI, and apparently, for some reason, running very slowly, although it wasn't too slow before. So now what you can do is you can also feed this into other programs with a local server. So if you go home and find the local server button, which is shown below. I didn't highlight it in red or anything, which is what I usually do because I can't find anything. In the Welcome to LM Studio pane, in the lower left. Oh, here, local server. Okay, good. All right. So, good. Here it is finally answering. Okay, good. It even noticed my typos. All right, good. So now I go home. And there should be local server. There we are, local server. All right, now it's going to listen at an API endpoint. And here's the endpoints, completions, and something else. And here's the port 1234 running on the local machine. So I can use this product to feed another product, which is what I'm going to do. So V1 chat completion, listening on 1234 is what we want. And now I can start the server, which is here, start server. Make this a little taller so you can see it. There, start server. There we are. Okay, so now it is serving, and it tells you down here, listening on port 1234 for data. So I can now run a second product from it. And what we're going to run is anything LLM, which I've also installed in this thing. Yep. And the point of anything LLM is it lets you customize the model. And you can do these things. We talked about last time how to do them with like command line Python, but here you get to do them in a nice GUI. So I'm going to make a new workspace called Demo 2. I've already got one called Demo, all right? And go into my Demo 2 workspace, so I have a nice clean workspace. All right. Now, on the LLM, okay, get started on the LLM preference screen. Support, open help docs, join the Discord, and settings. Okay, it's happening to me again. here's the, okay. At the welcome screen, click the Get Started button on the preference screen. Okay, so I get preferences, which is probably this, maybe, okay. And LM Studio. And once again, I'm lost. I guess preference is not anywhere here, but hidden somewhere else. Wonder if there's any way to get this thing back to its default state. Anything? Wonder if people test their software by trying to get real humans to use it. Right, and there's some way to set, but it's gone. There's no other window. There's no preferences option up here. There's no way to get the introductory screen again. All right. Well, this one's going to be a mess, but okay, now let me ask, how do I get the how do I adjust LM Studio with anything LLM? All right. Okay. Configure within the API settings, API base URL within the settings, all right? Well, I think I found the settings. Okay. API base URL is supposed to be in, oh, the LM preference. Ah, now I'm feeling better. Okay, there it is, LM Studio. And there it is. Good, it's already set. But now I feel better. So that wasn't so hard as I was making it. So, and here's the model. All right, doesn't. So it's already set to communicate with the other program. That's what I wanted. Now, all right, and so we've done that. Now I should be able to connect. I think this is all set. I can create my first workspace, and now I ask about a current event. This is what I want to do. Let's start by asking something simple. How do I get out of the preference page? On the embedding preference page, click the right arrow, create your, there's no way to get home or anything. Keys, workspace chat, no. Appearance, none of these will take you home. Once again, I'll just close it and relaunch it. There's, I don't know how anybody uses these things. All right. If it was just a command line, I'd be fine. They should just quit using GUIs as far as I'm concerned. This is what always happens to me in GUIs. Okay, now, there, I'm finally in my new workspace. Now I can send a message. Okay, why is this product so hard to use? All right, just want to make sure it's actually communicating with an LLM and giving me an answer here. And it is. Okay, there we are. I'm here to help you understand. Well, I appreciate your sentiment. Okay, so it's giving you some typical stuff. Now, I can ask it the thing I came here for, which is what is the Microsoft recall feature? This is a highly controversial part of Windows, which Microsoft did not announce until May of 2024. And therefore, this LLM knows nothing about it because this LLM was only trained up through March of 2023. And so here you go. It's a tool that helps you find and remove duplicated files in your devices to free up storage. That is complete crap. There is no such thing. That is not what this feature does. And notice it gives you a whole page of really convincing stuff. Scans your device for duplicate files, group the duplicates together. It's making all this up. None of this is remotely true. And there's probably some way to stop it.
Next to the send a message, I think there was a stop.
Yeah, thank you. Good, I appreciate it. All right, now let's just ask the same question again. I appreciate the help. You know, I tried to do the Sans Christmas CTF, and it has your walking around a little man finding doors, and I couldn't figure out how to do that either. For years, I didn't do it until I went to a workshop and somebody showed me how to handle the walking around. Here it goes. Has a built-in recall feature. Oh, now this is actually the right answer. It doesn't have a recall feature, so that's interesting. All right, now there's a way to clear the chat history, I think. A new thread should do that. All right, now if I ask that question in a new thread where it doesn't know I've already asked it before, it might have forgotten that lie and be ready to make up a new lie. Windows 10 that helps you keep your device up to date with the latest security patches. So here you go, a complete different lie. Again, no resemblance to the truth. You'll get as many lies as you like, and they will all be really convincing. A whole page of text will sound good, and when you try to turn that feature on or something, you'll be like I was, hunting around, clicking on stuff. It's not anywhere. And so this is a real important issue about large language models. They don't know what they don't know. They will just lie when they have something that's not in their database because they don't actually know anything. All they have is a mathematical model of the text they found on the internet, so they can take any question and extrapolate an answer that is sort of the average of what the answer should look like, sort of like a student taking a test by just sort of repeating memorized phrases from the book without really understanding anything. And that's one of the major flaws of LLMs. Anyway, you can fix that. That's what's pretty awesome here. You can add new information to it. The model is only trained through March of 2023, but there is a place you can add this. Here's the Microsoft's web page that explains the recall feature. So I say at the top left, there's an up arrow. Here, there's the up arrow. This is how you add more data to this workspace. And I can fetch a website here. Okay, you fetch a website. That's going to scrape the website and create a file, which is here in Custom Documents. Then you have to go through another page to encode the website. So click the check mark to the left and move to Workspace. Okay, let's see, which one is December 4? This is the one I loaded today. Now I move that to Workspace. Okay, and then you have to scroll down here. There it is. I've added it to my workspace. Now I have to save and embed. It has to convert it to those numerical tokens we talked about last time. It has to take all the text in that page and encode it in the right format and add it to the workspace, and now it has added that. So now, I think I close this and go back to the workspace. Okay, scroll back and close the documents window. Okay, now, when I ask questions, I'm going to make a new thread so it doesn't remember anything I've said before, and I'm going to ask that question again. Let me get the same question out of here. There we go. There. All right. Now it should get the right answer because it has a page of data added that actually have the answer. And one thing, I think it includes that in the question, and I think the phrasing it adds tells it to pay attention to that document more than whatever else it has, which will tend to make it pay attention to the new information and not just guess based on its old training. Although I don't imagine that it reliably always uses the new information in preference to the old training because there is no way to enforce that. It's going to be probabilistic. Okay, the Microsoft Recall feature is an optional feature that lets you retest your step and recall information from your previous activities using AI. This is what it really is. It takes screenshots of your desktop and saves them and digitizes them so your AI can search through them. Okay, good. Anyway, that's the main thing I wanted to show you, which is in fact really important to understand. This is what every company I deal with wants. They want to add their proprietary data, and they also don't understand how much these models are lying. All right. And so now you'll get a reasonable answer. So there's that one. And you can run it on any platform, although it takes a fairly fast computer. The M1 is pretty fast. This is what counts for pretty fast. When I put it on my old Intel Mac, it's really slow. So be aware. All right. Let me check the Twitch chat for comments. There are no new ones. All right. So I'm going to stop this recording.